Welcome back to the channel, and today I got a bunch of new knives to share with y'all. This is the other half of the knives that landed at my house while I was on vacation. We're gonna get started so we can try to get through all these. First, we have the Tempest Knives Fractus. I pre-ordered this and I gotta say, they absolutely nailed it. The design, I already loved it, but the OEM to this one is concept, whatever you want to call them, and they did a remarkable job. I already knew I loved it because I reviewed this one before the drop. And if you happen to miss a drop and you wanted to try to get one of these, this Friday he's going to be doing a very limited drop because he didn't have that many left over at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So I will link his website down below if you wanted to try to pick up one of these whenever he does that drop. A very versatile drop point, CPM S90V steel and fat carbon inlays. I don't know what he's going to have for the actual drop. Got some nice micro milling on the contour titanium scales, both sides. This is the Vanguard Knives Cheetah. This was their first knife that they released, and I reviewed this one a while back, and I gotta say, I was highly impressed. It's got a silky smooth action. It's comfortable. I think it looks nice. It looks like a hand rub satin, but it's more just like a brushed satin finish. Crown spine. Now we have their second design. This is the Vanguard Knives Atomic, and first thing I noticed right off the back is how comfortable this knife feels in hand. Now, I haven't done my testing or anything. I carried this one the other day, and I enjoyed it. And this isn't, you know, my go-to blade shape, but I do like it aesthetically, and it's going to be great for cutting on a flat cutting surface. M390 steel, nice action out of box, and then you have this very minimal flipper tab, but it's got jimping there. And all you do is basically put your finger either up here, that's what I do right there, and just pull my finger back, and the thing rockets out. Excellent action. So it looks like they nailed it on the second design as well. Check out this backspacer. Look at all the stuff going on. You got the ball mill right here, then you have the little point right there. Then it kind of raises up right here, and you have these milled sections that kind of give it like a 3D effect. And you have the raised portion right there. All kinds of stuff going on with that backspacer, full length backspacer that is. Pretty sure they did that so you don't come in contact with the blade when it's in the closed position. If you have the Cheetah pivot to pivot, it's a good bit bigger than the Cheetah. If you go butt to butt, you got about an inch longer. I'm excited about Vanguard. It seems like whoever's doing their OEM work's doing a very good job and knows what they're doing. Beautiful stonewash. There's tons of different variations. This is just a plain Jane tie stonewash blade. All right, next up we have one coming from KB Knives. This is the Bluff. And what KB Knives is, from what I'm understanding, and I've seen it before, it's going to be Kubi's premium line of knives. So they had the budget Bluff and making it a premium knife by going a little bit over and beyond on this one. So this one's going to be way more pricey than the budget one, of course. You got some beautiful texture tie. Look at that. Beautiful texturing. Anodized blue titanium hardware. Thumb stud. Open construction. Mill tie clip. And the action, excellent. Love that drop point. Blade steel, CPM S35 VN. Now, I have a medium-sized hand, and if I'm choked back like this, I just get a 4-finger grip. So if you have large, extra large hands, this one might be a little small for you. This one's still breaking in. And right now, it feels like they have the Omega Springs dialed for more tension, so you can't shake it out. But they have the 3 little dots in there, making this kind of like a Kaiser clutch lock. And I may adjust that to a lighter setting. It feels like it. I think when I looked the other night, I think it's on the middle setting. You got tons of skeletonization in there. Yeah, it's definitely a smooth action, no doubt. But I prefer mine right in the middle of that. I think it is riding. It looks like it's riding on phosphor bronze washers in there. But I'm going to do a full testing and review on this one. So I'll let y'all know my full thoughts in that video. We have 2 brand new Vosteeds. First, we have the Vosteed Mini Acorn. I reviewed the full-size Acorn, and I absolutely love the Acorn. Got a low-tip drop point, 14C 20-inch steel, contoured scales. This one is in G10. This one's in micarta. I don't know if there's micarta options on this or not. They do have black wash as well. And instead of the decorative pivot, it has a pivot collar on the Mini. You still have that forward finger choil. So this is a great little big knife. You can easily do the reach around there. See. Regular, reverse flick, thumb roll. The D10 on mine could be a little bit stronger, but it's still good enough to do all the actions. So if I wanted to, I could fix that myself. Yeah, solid little knife, no play any direction. So we have the brand new Vosteed Mini Corgi with the Damascus blade. This was the original one that I had in a video. I don't think I've ever had any kind of Damascus from Vosteed. I don't even know if they've used Damascus. I could be wrong there. If I had to guess, this is either a VG10 core Damascus or a 9CR core. I'll find that out. I've had such excellent experiences with Vosteed's performance. Titanium inlay, black micarta, ridiculously smooth action. Can do the reach around, do the back, can do the button. Number 6, we have the Golden Designs Nugget. Now, what's cool about this knife is I did a ghost review on this knife several months ago, and I loved it then. And now I can finally bring that to you guys. I'm testing this one again because he made a few changes from the prototypes that I tested before. So I can't wait to actually test this one and give y'all my final thoughts. I'm going to probably release the review to this one the day before he does a drop on these. This is not a pre-order. He's going to drop these on his site, and when they're gone, they're gone. So if you're remotely interested in this, definitely check out that review, and I will have all that information in that description of that video. The OEM to these is Best Tech, like the rest of his stuff. And the blade steel on this is 154 cm steel. So this one's probably going to be priced well, and it's a super clean design. You have no screw on this side, just a pivot, and it's anodized gold. Looks like a blasted anodized. And then you have your blind screwed mill tie clip. Love that milling, dark blasted finish, and that screw must go all the way through into the here if I had to take a wild guess there. So yeah, stay tuned for this review coming very, very soon. The first knife I ever reviewed from Axial was the OG Axial Shift. This is the original one with the slanted back end and USA made. Well, we have a brand new Axial Shift. You can see it no longer has the curved butt end. They went to more premium aluminum than the previous. It looks like even your hardware is much better. You can see this nice crisp hardware. This one you can see in the inside, its paint's coming off, and it's a lot smaller hardware. This looks like a Torx T8 or bigger. It looks like T8. They have an inset mill titanium clip. That is awesome, and it's inset into the frame. They did a lot of upgrades to this. I'm not going to go into detail because I'm going to be doing my full testing and review of this one, but just look at that sexy, sexy blade. The blade steel on this one, if you look at the top, CPM Magna Cut. And I will find out what the HRC is on this Magna Cut. This is very good action. I've had a... Ooh, the weather's getting bad over here. My poor dog's probably going nuts. USA made still. Next up, I bought another Cold Steel AD15, except this one is the light, and the light has Grivery scales, and the light is in AUS 10A. I love Cold Steel's AUS 10A. They do such an amazing job with it. I already have the S35 VN version. This one was on sale. This was about a week ago when I picked this up before I left for my trip. It was on sale, so I picked it up. Well, I was looking on Amazon, trying to see what the price was on this. Well, right now, with the Prime Day deals, the S35 VN version with the black G10 is $105. I will link it down below if you're interested in that. I think that's an excellent deal. This next knife, I used to have one of these whenever I first got into the knife community on the YouTubes as far as just a spectator. And that is the Strider Knives SJ75 or the Baby Huey. I love it or hate it, and I happen to love the design. You have that dragon spine up top, then you have it in the back right here, and then you have this beautiful micro milling on the tie. I'm pretty sure this is the sliciest Strider knife. This one has this broad blade and a deep, deep hollow grind. Now it's probably like 18 to 20 thousandths behind the edge, but it slices very, very well. The original owner looks like they put a mirror polished edge on it. Nice bite to it. And this one's in CPM 154. If y'all want to see more on this one, let me know, but this one has been long discontinued. Thanks Blade Centered, that's who sold me this one. Go check him out, he's here on YouTube. We have the first fixed blade that I know of coming from Remette Knives. This is the Allosaurus. Get a nice kydex, got a nice push-off point. Comes with a large Tech-Lock style belt attachment. Taco style sheath, so keeping it nice and minimal. Comes with the ferro rod holder and the ferro rod. It's got a plastic handle to it, but at least it is a handle. And it comes with this striker. Fits in there. What I'll probably do is take this cord off because it's just cheap cord, and I'll probably put me some shock cord from here to here just to give this a little bit snugger fit. And let's check out the fixed blade. Now, I personally don't consider this an EDC fixed blade for two reasons. It's a hair longer than I like to EDC. It's like 8.02, I think, inches long, which is not bad. Because of the extra length, and this is a full tank design, sorry if y'all can hear the thunder. It is a little weighty. I think it's like under 6 ounces though. I do love the overall blade. I like the ergos feel excellent initially. It even has a good sharpening choil. You can see where that plunge line stops right there. So you can have all that to sharpen before it widens up. Versatile blade shape. I can use that tip easily. So yeah, as a good budget fixed blade, this is coming in at $45 D2 steel, and Remette does a really good job with their knives. You got this textured G10. It looks like a random rock pattern maybe. Lanyard hole in the back. I like how they went all the way to the back like that. I am going to test this one and review it. One coming from Architect Knives. This is the AK3 EDC fixed blade size, made in the US. You can spec out a lot of different things I'm going to show you here. So I did pay for this. They didn't send this to me. So you can choose your blade steel. I went with CPM Magna Cut. So you can see the blade only is $96. I like how they break everything down. Tons of different handle options. I went with the Woodland Camo micarta. This is a canvas micarta with a nice milling pattern there. And then you got your sheath option. I went with kydex with the slide lock, and it's the carbon fiber style kydex. So the kydex was 26, the scales were 50, and then this is tax title and license right here, baby. 176 for USA made knife, especially if it performs. Really wish this was a fold over taco sheath, especially for the smaller size. I think that would have been excellent. It would have been easier to pocket. And what the slide lock is, basically, whenever you put this knife into the sheath, the retention spot is right here, right there where that little nub is. That's where the pressure point is, and that's what keeps it in there, okay? Right now I have it to where it's not wobbling around in the sheath. Nice positive click. Now, if this thing starts to loosen on me, what you can do is, let me show you how this happens. So when you open this up, see that separates right there, and that will either cause tension or less tension depending on how easy it opens up. So the screw right here has a washer on it. So you can slide this screw that way and you can tighten it down so you can make that pressure spot more back here. So if you went all the way to the end, this would probably be pretty hard to put in the sheath. So right now I have it all the way to the back, tightened down, and that seems to be the sweet spot for right now. But check the blade out. This is why I wanted to check it out. Super versatile drop point. Look how low that tip is. Excellent detailed tip right there to do drag cuts. You have enough belly to cut on a flat cutting surface. You got enough straight edge to do in-hand cuts. Beautiful stone wash finish. Good jimping. Now it is a little aggressive. I don't know how it's probably going to irritate my hands whenever I'm really bearing down. A lot of times though, when I'm really bearing down, I'm holding the hammer grip. But if I need to stabilize the knife, sometimes I'll grab it up here. Decent thinness on that blade stock, so this thing should slice fairly well. High flat grind, it feels like it comes down pretty darn thin. It's hard to tell. But I'm going to test and review this one. Excellent sharpening choil. These handles, A+. Nice thickness. You got a little bit of a palm swell right here that tapers down. The butt end of the knife, you have a hidden lanyard area. So comfortable. I can't explain how comfortable that is. All right, here's another shot of all the knives. Like I said, any of them that are available, I will link them down below in the description. If y'all want to help me out so I can give y'all the video y'all want next, you let me know which one of these you want to see a review on first. The golden designed Nugget and the Axial already have a set date, so don't include those. But any of these other knives, let me know which one you'd like to see first. I'll look in the comments and see. I will tally up the votes, and that's what I will try to give y'all. If you have any questions about anything in particular, feel free to ask me down below. Hope every one of y'all is having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Hey.